name's Derek, and today we're going to be going for a tour around our studio workshop. So I'm going to be showing you things like the layout of the place, the different products we use, the equipment we use, all the different chemicals, the plans that we have in place, and pretty much what we've done so far to this studio workshop. Now, this studio workshop, it can comfortably house 3 cars. Really, it can house 4, but I'll show you why we don't quite get 4 cars inside of here. So we're pretty excited to have all of our viewers, and pretty much just want to give you guys a rundown of how we do all of our detailing work. So pretty much our paint correction, ceramic coatings, and just general car detailing. So we're pretty excited to have everyone on board. So let's go for a spin. Alright, so the first thing we have here, just a roller door, nothing crazy, just a standard roller door. And then we've got our garage roller door switch here, and then some of our light switches. So let's turn on this here, office lights. And this is the reason why we can't quite house 4 cars, because we've actually got a gym inside here, inside our workshop studio. So pretty important for all the massive gains. And just to start us off, so we've got some panel lights here. So these are just ceiling lights from Bunnings. We use these for coatings. And over here, we've got a pegboard with a bunch of tools we use. So I'll just walk you through some of the important detailing related tools. So I've got eyewear here, and then some earmuffs for when we're using some of the power tools like vacuums, polishers, etc. They get pretty loud in the studio workshop. I've got a face mask, respirator, so this is pretty important for when we want to apply our ceramic coatings, just to make sure that we're not breathing in any of the fumes. We've got our workshop blower here, very, very handy and useful for blowing out all the extra moisture within the cracks and crevices. So we love this bit of Ryobi here. And we've got an assortment of head torches and lamps here. So scan grip head torch, very, very handy. And then just some basic LED flashlights. Got our business cards here. Bluetooth speakers, just so I can pump some tunes when we're working. Over here, this is our vacuum hose, so pretty handy. And then all we did was we installed a regular garden hose that we bought from Bunnings, just as a little holder. We've got our charging cables here. Handheld steam cleaner. This is very handy, especially when we want to remove things like old window tint, some shop towels. And then underneath the table here, just got a rubbish bin, and also got this. So it's not actually a pad washer, it used to be, but we don't use it as a pad washer anymore. What we've got inside here is actually our rinseless wash solution that we use, because that's what we predominantly do. We like to use a rinseless wash solution. And then in this tub here is where we have our polishes. So just a kneeling pad here, some more knee pads. We've got our ShineMate 3-inch polisher for all the tight spaces, and then the big workhorse is our ShineMate 6-inch polisher with a 21mm throw. So these are absolutely fantastic bit of gear, and we buy these from Waxit down in Melbourne. Okay, over here, this is a funky looking bucket. You can see all the dirt and dust in there. We use this bucket to trap any of the polishing pads when we want to dust them. And then this is our wheel cleaning bucket. So with a wheel cleaning bucket, the important tools we use are our wheel woolies, and we've got our easy hose guards. These are very handy to put around the tires of the car so that the hose and cables don't get trapped. And then just an assortment of brushes. Over here is our dryer. So we use this dryer to dry our microfiber towels predominantly, just to fluff them up. Over here, just a few cleaning tools, and put our vacuum hose that we use with our shop vac. Okay, so we have an abundance of shelving here, and then we'll show you what's inside the relevant shelving. Right, so we've got some of our bulk chemicals here. So we use Shine Supply Wise Guide tire and wheel cleaner, absolutely fantastic. This is probably the best wheel and tire clean that we've used. Some Optimum paint prep, and then just some 100% isopropyl alcohol. So we usually mix up our IPA mixture using this. And then we've got a sump pump here. So we'll show you why we have a sump pump. And then here, in this other row, this is what we use when our customers and our clients need maintenance kit. So some Carb Pro Reset soap, reload spray, drying towels, and then wash mitts here as well. And then down here, we've got a whole bunch of microfiber. So we predominantly use these Costco Kirkland branded microfibers to do our coating removal. And pretty much anytime we do a coating job, we use brand new microfibers because we never want to use old microfiber or second-hand microfiber to touch the paint. Down here, we've got our Ryobi shop vac, super tough piece of gear. And then in this 5-litre garden sprayer, what we actually have is our rinseless wash solution that we use. So we use McKee's N914, and over here is our pressure washer. Right, over here we've got a few work lights, portable work lights that are handy to have around. And then up here, just a bit of couple automotive chemicals that we use around the place. So got some brake cleaner, some super handy WD-40, some Bars Bugs windscreen cleaner, super effective. And then over here we have our car jack, some car stands, and also our torque wrench for when we need to remove the wheels. So we got to torque them up to spec. Right, this here. So now we'll actually get started with some of the more detailing centered chemicals that we use. And before we do that, so over here we've got our charging bay, so battery charger, and our Ryobi ecosystems that we use with the Ryobi batteries. And then here, this shelving here is predominantly used for coatings. So the coatings that we have pretty much everything we get is from Waxit down in Melbourne. So NV Guardian is a great, really great piece of interior coating, so great for vinyl, great for leather, and lasts up to a year as well. We have C Quartz Professional ceramic coating, and then C Quartz UK 3.0, and also C Quartz Deluxe. And then NV Luster from NV Car Care. Now this is fantastic, it lasts upwards of 6 months and also fills in micro scratches and swirls. And then we also have NV Nova Jet. This thing beads like crazy. So up here we've got a socket set. So pretty much just kind of like put together a socket set here, just with wrench, socket, whatever else is important. Good for removing some bits around off the cars and just general home usage. In here we have a bunch of various ceramic coatings as well. And then alright, let's start up here. So for our interior fabric coatings, we've got our range depending on what sort of fabric we're trying to coat. So if it's an outdoor fabric like a convertible rooftop, 303 fabric guide is fantastic. If we need to coat Alcantara, Bowden Zone fabric texture is great for that. And then for most things, we use C Quartz fabric. Over here, so on this right hand side, we pretty much have all of our exterior decontamination chemicals here. So things like clay bar decontamination. We use a combination of clay bar, clay mitt, and also clay towel as well. This is super great if you haven't tried it. We'll have our iron decontamination and also removing tar spots as well. And then if you have water spots, Optimum MDR is fantastic. That's a mineral deposit remover. And then also CarPro Spotless, can't forget that. And then just some general APC, some all-purpose cleaners here, combined with citrus-based cleaner, Dissolve It. This is from Bunnings, that's a fantastic product. And then with our spray bottles here, we've got our IK foamer that we generally mix up a traffic film remover to do as a pre-wash. And then we've got McKee's 37 ONR, McKee 37 N914. We used to use ONR, but we've switched over to McKee's. So we just keep it here in a 1 litre spray bottle. Down here, we have our exterior chemicals for exterior washing. So this thing is beast. We generally use this for almost everything. So washing, using as a clay lube, and rinseless washing, waterless washing is fantastic. Now I have this Meguiar's Ultimate Washing Wax. This is probably the first wash soap that I bought, and I bought this many years ago. As you can see, it doesn't really get much use. We have at the back here, Koch Chemie Green Star, so an all-purpose cleaner, and some NV Snow Plus to use as a snow foam pre-wash. Over here we have just a spray bottle with water in it. We have different surface prep sprays before we apply our ceramic coatings. We have CarPro Razor, NV Clarity, Optimum Paint Prep is in this spray bottle here. And then we also just have a dilution of isopropyl alcohol that we mix up. So we usually mix up a 70% dilution. A few more chemicals here, so another all-purpose cleaner, waterless wash concentrate, and we also got sandwich bags here. So we use these sandwich bags right before or during our cleaning process to feel the grit on the car. And this section here for wheels and trim. So this is Forever Black. It's like a black dye essentially, great for restoring faded bumper trim. Car Pro Pearl. This is fantastic. You can essentially use this anywhere. Meguiar's Endurance Tire Gel. Now, most people don't like using this because it slings, but you just really have to buff it off and remove the excess. Then we also have NV Onyx Satin Tire Gel. This is a really nice tire gel. It's great because it leaves a nice satin finish. So good that we've got multiple bottles of it. And then over here, just have some wheel cleaner. And this is Shine Supply Wise Guy mixed up in a 3:1 dilution. And then this is a new wheel wash mitt that we're going to be trying out soon. So this is something I've always wanted to get, and it was a bit hard to find, but we managed to find it eventually. This is how it works. So it's quite small. It's the size of my hand because all you do is you just fit it into your palm, and then you can easily maneuver around the spokes of the wheel. Over here we have P21S polishing soap. We pretty much just use this for exhaust tips when we need to polish it. And then over here are our polishing chemicals. So the one that we use the most will be Shoal Compound S20 Black. We can probably remove most defects and most jobs just with this one compound, and then we pair it with different pads as well. And then these are some of the others that we have. We use this brush here as a pad cleaning brush just to remove any of the excess dust and excess polish residue. We've got some Autosol metal polish. This is also great for exhaust tips. Over here, this little section here, we have our finishing polishes. So one of our most favorite ones is Car Pro Essence. This leaves a really nice, slick, shiny, glossy finish, but also can remove defects as well. And then pretty important, you're not a detailer unless you have vinyl black nitrile gloves. These are our some of our interior cleaners and interior chemicals. So we like using Nexet Cockpit Premium Invisible Glass. This is a classic. Everyone's got to have invisible glass. 303 aerospace protectant. And then this is a new favorite that we discovered, Neo Squash Interior Air Freshener. So if you're a JDM fan, this smells like that JDM squash that you're used to. And then a few more products inside there. We've got our drill brush here for cleaning carpets, and then our extractor head. And then here we have some more interior cleaning tools. So we got some, I believe this is like a melamine scrub pad, and then some leather scrub pads here. We use these printer cleaning swabs. They're really great for air vents as well. And then we've got a pet hairbrush, some cotton, some Q-tip swabs here, and then that's it for that. Okay, down here we have all of our microfibers, our microfiber cloths here. So microfiber cloths in this one, and then here we have an assortment of pads that we use, so polishing pads, and then down there also much more microfiber cloths. We've got an assortment of miscellaneous stuff. So these are our sandpaper that we use for wet sanding. So a whole bunch of different grits, really low, all the way up to something like 2,000 or 3,000. And then some unopened polishing pads, got a grip guard, so a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. inside here we have a bunch of tapes, a bunch of automotive tapes that we use to tape up around the car. Up here, we've got a surveillance camera, so that's this entire place is well protected. So this is an overlook of the entire place. So thanks very much for joining me on this tour of the Steadfast Detailing Studio Workshop. Any more updates that we make to this place, we'll just keep on making more videos about it, as well as the different cars that we're working on. So we've got some pretty exciting cars that are coming in within the next little while. So hope you guys will enjoy the content that we produce for that as well. See ya.